What is going on, y'all? It is a beautiful night, a beautiful evening for a live stream, and it's been a rough day for us. But what I want to do right now is I want to take a look at the Bitcoin charts. I want to do some top-down analysis. I want to mark out some key levels. I want to look at the past, see if we can find any patterns, and then I want to lay out the plan that I have for trading Bitcoin moving forward. I want to mark out my targets, places where I am looking to enter. I'm also going to be talking about different possible scenarios that might play out. And my goal here, guys, is so that we can look at the charts objectively, not use any emotion, not FOMO. Just come up rationally, look at the charts, and come up with a plan for the various different scenarios that may play out. What's going on, y'all? What is going on, Kaylin and Roofknit Media and Eric Tan and Peter Ash? Jagged Mountain, shout out to Jagged Mountain. Jagged Mountain is a supporter of this channel. Shout out to Jagged Mountain. What's going on, everybody? All right, guys, let's get into these Bitcoin charts here. So I just want to start out by doing some basic technical analysis. I want to mark out support and resistance levels, and then we're going to add some more levels, and then we're just going to look at Market Cipher. We're going to get into this. We are going to come up with a plan for how to trade this. Now, if anybody is new to technical analysis, really the most basic things you can do is lay out levels of support and resistance. And what I'm about to do is called top-down analysis, where I'm going to start on the larger time frames. I'm going to look to the left, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find places where price historically has found a sticking point, and I'm just going to mark out these levels. Now, I'm adding this level because this was a resistance right here, and then it became a support, and then it was support again, and then it was support again. For pretty much the entire month of January, this was a support level. So I'm going to put that as a daily level. And I'm going to make my daily levels here orange. Let's put it on orange because I like to make my daily levels orange. Now again, I'm going to put another daily level right here. I'm going to put one right here as well. Then I'll put one here. I'm going to put one right up in this area as well. And guys, if you're unsure why I am putting these levels on the chart, it's because if we look, price has found a sticking point right along these lines. And what this means is that these are areas of high liquidity where a lot of buying and selling was happening. This is the daily time frame, which means each one of these candlesticks represents 1 day of price action. And what tends to happen is when price trades on a certain area, a certain price level for a long period of time, the market tends to remember all the liquidity, all the buying and selling that happened at this area. And so when price moves upward or downward, it will tend to come back to this area. And we can see that happen right here. Look at this area where for about a whole week, price was pretty much trading right along this line. We had a huge pump up, and then where does price come back down to? This exact line, the first red candlestick that came down, it wicked perfectly down to this support level. So that's why I'm marking these levels, and these levels are very, very important for planning out our trades because we can know when price gets to one of these levels, something is going to happen. We're either going to have a bounce off of support, a breakdown, or a rejection, something like that. I'm going to put a level right here, and then of course, I'm also going to put one right in here. Put one right here as well, and then we'll have our all-time high level. Now, guys, I have already marked out these levels on my other charts here, and this is the chart I'm currently trading with right now. And as you can see, I've got all these marked out, these levels, and something has just happened which I think needs our attention, which is this. If we zoom in here, we can see that price is currently breaking down below this daily support level right here at about 55,775. Now, this is so significant because for the past 16 hours, this line has been acting as our support, right? It's been acting as our support where when we dumped starting last night, we came down here and we wicked back up off of this support again with this doji, again with this yellow candlestick, again with this purple candlestick. Now this 4-hour candlestick, it tried to keep this level of support, but we're breaking down, and right now we're coming down and testing this 4-hour level of support at 54,684. Now this is significant because when we're looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin tends to trade level to level. Now, people like to say Bitcoin randomly dumped. It was like, don't get me wrong, I know that things affect the market, but Bitcoin doesn't ever come down to an arbitrary level, right? It never just comes down to a random price point. We're always going to have it come down to one of these important levels. And this is very significant because it is a daily level. Daily levels are very significant because the higher the time frame that you draw your support or resistance, the more significant, the stronger that support will be, or the harder it will be to break down below that support. If we continue to break down and hold below this support, guys, our next daily level of support is all the way down here around 52K. And if we break below that, our next level of support is all the way down at 48,000. Now, these are the main levels, okay? I'm talking that these are the main levels. Like, this is a daily support. This is a weekly support. In between here, we have many sub-levels. We have many sub-levels. Now, what I want to do is I want to take a look at what's happening with Bitcoin right now, breaking down below this daily support, which is happening on the 4-hour time frame, right? We're breaking down below this daily support. And I want to look at Market Cipher and see if we can find something that is tradable. Can we find some kind of signal that we have reached a bottom? Because really what's happening during these dumps is we want to look at the price and we want to, okay, it looks like we have a resolution problem in here. All right, let me take a look. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, I am reading the chat. Man. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see if I can do anything in here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is going on with this, guys. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I need to, yeah, perhaps lowering the resolution will reduce the lag. The problem is I'm not able to reduce the resolution during the stream. Strange. Some people say there's no lag. Yeah, I did. I just lowered the bit rate, so perhaps that's what is happening now. Let me see if I can. Let me see if this helps at all. Yeah, guys, I apologize. I have very slow internet here. I have very slow internet. Um, so yeah, I'm getting a sign right here that I am experiencing slow streaming because YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So okay, if everything is fine now, guys. Okay, great, great, awesome, guys, awesome. Thank you so much. I apologize for that. I do apologize. All right, y'all. So this is a very important stream. This is a very important stream because we're at a very critical point for Bitcoin. And what I want to do is I just want to lay out some levels on the charts. I want to do some top-down analysis. I want to look at some Fibonacci levels. I want to look at some, you know, I want to look at Market Cipher. And what I want to do is I want to come up with a plan on how to we're going to trade this moving forward. Okay, so it looks like now my stream is healthy again, perhaps. And okay, if there's no lag for you guys, if it's all good now, I'll keep coming back into the chat to make sure that things are going well. So basically, guys, what I'm doing here is I'm laying out some support and resistance levels on the daily time frame, and we're watching Bitcoin right now actually break down below this key support level. Now, why is this such a key support level? Well, because historically, we can see that this was acting as support for a number of days, about 4 days in a row, and then for 3-4 days in a row, it was acting as support. It was acting as support again, and then for the past, I'm sorry, these aren't days, guys, these are 4-hour candlesticks. And for the past 16 hours, this was acting as our support. So we were relying on this level to and here's what I was hoping. I was hoping we were going to kind of form a bottom on this level and hopefully get a bounce off of it and come back up. Now that we're breaking below this level, if this 4-hour candlestick does confirm and close below this level, we will probably come down and retest this next daily level at around 51,000. Now, do I want that to happen? Absolutely not. I do not want that to happen. However, we need to be prepared for any situation that might come our way, and we need to plan on how we are going to trade this. Now, something interesting did happen today, guys. If we pull our Fibonacci retracement tool, which we just learned about today in the course, and we pull it from the bottom of this move to the top of this move, we can see that we're actually forming some kind of support right here at the 0.382 level. Now, what the Fibonacci retracement tool is, for anybody who's not familiar with it, is basically if we are in an uptrend, if we find ourselves in an uptrend and then we start to have a retracement where price dumps, okay, this is measuring the percentage of the move that the price has dumped. So if it's at the 0.382 level, that means 38% of this entire move, we are retracing down 38%. And what tends to happen at these Fibonacci levels, guys, is price tends to have a reaction. When we get down to one of these levels, price will always have a reaction. Let me show you what I mean. And let's look at what would happen in the past to kind of see how we can take these levels and use them to kind of predict what is going to happen with Bitcoin. If we take the last swing low right here and we pull it up to the swing high of this move, and guys, when you're drawing these Fibonacci levels, you always want to go from the very low of a move to the very high of a move, otherwise they will not be accurate. And one easy way to figure that out is to switch to a line graph. If you switch to a line graph, it's very easy to see where the swing low of a move is and where the high of a move is, because the lines don't have any candles for confusion. You can get right up to the swing low and right up to the swing high. And I want you guys to notice what happens to the price when we pull this Fibonacci level. Whenever we come down, and here, let me real quick remove let me remove these daily levels here so that we can see more clearly. Whenever we come down to one of these Fibonacci levels, price tends to get a reaction. And we can think of these levels as support and resistance. And look at what happens. The first thing that happens when we dump, okay, when we got to this all-time high at the end of February, the first thing that happens is price immediately comes down exactly to this 0.382 level, and we get a nice bounce off of there. Right? These levels are areas where we should be interested in trading and look for confluence with other indicators. And then what happens is we come down and we bounce off the 0.5. We bounce off the 0.5 again. And the second time we bounce off this 0.5 level, this officially ends the retracement and we continue on in an uptrend. So the key is, guys, we want to look at a Fibonacci level and our support and resistance levels, like the daily the daily support levels, the 4-hour support levels. And we basically want to time the bottom. We want to know, when is Bitcoin going to stop dumping and when is it going to start coming back up again. Now, the way to do this is to incorporate Market Cipher into our analysis. I want to show you guys something really cool. If we open up Market Cipher and we look at the price as it's bouncing around on these Fibonacci levels, if we see that we come to a Fibonacci level and Market Cipher is simultaneously printing a bottom, an anchor wave, where we come down and we print a big green dot below this negative 60 line, okay, we have two things that are telling us we've reached a bottom. One, we're bouncing off a Fibonacci level, and two, Market Cipher B is telling us we have reached a bottom. Now, if we come to a place where on the 4-hour time frame, Market Cipher B has shown us that the money flow has curved into the red, and we are printing a nice anchor wave, we can be pretty positive that if we're simultaneously bouncing off a Fibonacci level, we can expect a significant move to the upside, okay? To the upside. So what I am waiting for right now on the 4-hour time frame is I am waiting for Market Cipher B to print a type of bottom. Now, am I expecting a bottom like this? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Are we going to have a dump that significant where we come back down to the $51,000 level? Perhaps. What we need to do is we need to keep an eye on our levels. So I'm going to go back to this chart here where we actually have our levels marked, right? We need to keep an eye on price as it's coming down to these support levels, right? We broke below this daily at 55,868. Now we're kind of getting a little bounce off of this support level. If we break below this support level, we're coming down to 53,314, and if we break that, we're coming back down to around 51,680. And so our job is to look at the support and resistance levels and actually look at the Fibonacci levels, and we want to line things up so that when we get to one of these significant levels and also see Market Cipher telling us that we have reached a bottom, that is a great place to enter a trade. And of course, we wouldn't just enter the trade on the 4-hour time frame. We would look for an entry on the 24-minute time frame, because that's the way I like to trade. I like to assess my environment on the 4-hour time frame, and then I like to enter a trade on the 24-minute time frame. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I am looking for. I'm going to show you what confirmations we need to look for to make sure that we're entering a trade into momentum and we're not just entering long just to have the price come down more. So let's get into the chat here and let's see. Do we have any questions? How is the stream going on? Guys, FOMO into the like button, because the like button, if you guys don't know, is not like Bitcoin. The like button is not dumping. The like button is going parabolic. It's going absolutely parabolic. And you know, I thought I had a picture of the like button somewhere, but I don't think I do, because there's something wrong with my computer. So I'm not even going to try to look for that picture. But yeah, make sure to hit the like button, guys. We got 300 viewers and only 90 likes. Come on, guys. Come on, y'all. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel. All right. So let's get back into this. I have my daily levels marked out, and we have just broken below this daily level here. But keep in mind, even though we're breaking below a daily level, our Fibonacci level, if we take from the swing low to the swing high, we are actually forming a perfect support on the 0.382 level. So here's what we're going to be looking for, y'all. here is what we are going to be looking for. And this is what I am looking for when I'm looking to trade this. Now, if we get a nice bounce off of this 382 level, and we're finding confluence with our daily support level as well, right? In fact, remember, support and resistance levels are more like zones. They're more like zones. So we can take a rectangle and just draw a small box around this general area, okay? And we can say we're finding like confluence between a daily support level and this 0.382 Fibonacci level. What I would love to happen right now, and I don't know if it's going to happen because Market Cipher B is kind of looking like we're going to come down more. But here would be an ideal scenario. If we actually do form a support on this level right here, and Market Cipher B prints a nice bottom, a nice anchor wave right here, then that would be my signal to look for an entry to go long on the 24-minute time frame. And the way I would do that is I would wait for Market Cipher B to print this green dot, start printing this green dot. Then I would come over to the 24-minute time frame, and I would look for something like this. Now, let me pull up Market Cipher B on the 24-minute time frame. What we will be looking for on Market Cipher B is exactly this. We want Market Cipher B to come down and form at least one big bottom below the 60 line, okay? And then it's going to come up, it's going to print a red dot, and then we're going to wait for Market Cipher B again to come down and print a trigger wave, print another green dot higher than the first one. And ideally, we would also want the money flow index to curve from the red into the green. And as soon as those things happen, as soon as we print that trigger wave on Market Cipher B on the 24-minute and the money flow index crosses from the red into the green, that would be our signal to go long. Now, unfortunately, guys, I don't really think we're showing signs of this happening anytime soon. And the reason for that is because on the 4-hour and the 24-minute, Market Cipher is showing us it looks like we have more downward momentum to go. If we zoom in on this 4-hour wave here, it looks like for a while we were starting to maybe see the waves cross under each other like this, but now it's becoming more extended. We might have more downward motion. So keep your eyes on these support and resistance levels, right? We have one right here, we have one right here, we have one right here at 51,623. And we want to see confluence between Market Cipher forming a bottom and us coming down to one of these levels. So if we break below the 382 Fibonacci level on the 4-hour time frame, our next level would be the 0.5 level around this area, which is between 51 and 52K. And honestly, usually when we have retracements like this, historically, when we have retracements like this for Bitcoin, Bitcoin will come down to that 0.5, that 50% retracement level. So here's what I'm thinking could happen, guys. We might find ourselves breaking down more. We'll probably have a whole bunch of FOMO sellers right here. And we're going to reach some kind of support here, and we're going to have a reaction. We're going to have a bounce off of this level. Okay? This is one of the scenarios I'm planning for. And meanwhile, we're going to see Market Cipher B come down and print a nice green anchor wave right here. And when we get this green anchor wave, this is our signal that we're going to start looking for an entry on a lower time frame. But the key thing to remember, guys, is that we don't just FOMO into trades willy-nilly, right? We don't just want to enter a trade for no reason. We want to enter a trade because the chart is telling us to enter a trade, okay? So whether we find a bottom here on this daily level, if we maintain this support and trade sideways here for a while, which is possible, it's very possible, we want to wait until Market Cipher B is confirming upward momentum. If we break down below the support and come to the next level, which is around, between 51 and 52K, right around between the 0.5 and the 618 level here, and we form a bottom on Market Cipher B, then start looking to enter a long position. Now, what about short positions? Because, not only can we profit if the market is moving up, we can also profit if the market is moving down. Now, to be honest with you guys, I do not plan on shorting this market at all. The reason is because technically we are still in an uptrend, right? We are still in an uptrend. if we go to the daily chart and we remove our support and resistance levels and we just put on Market Cipher A and we put on the 21 EMA, we can see that until we break below this 21 EMA and this 21 EMA turns gray, like what happens in the past, right? We break below and we turn gray, then technically we're still in an uptrend, right? This is the only time where Bitcoin was in a downtrend since October, okay? So we still have some ways to go. Now, I know that we're printing a red trigger wave on the daily time frame. We are. That is very true. But keep in mind, guys, that there have been many times where we print red trigger waves on the daily time frame, and then a few days later we print a green trigger wave and we have massive move to the upside, a massive move to the upside. So I know things are looking pretty bearish. However, Bitcoin is definitely unpredictable. Definitely unpredictable. So, I'm expecting us, if we break this level, we might find our way coming all the way back down to the 51K level. If we break that, all the way back down to the 48K level. But this is how I am looking to enter long. So let me come into the chat here. And we got people talking about yellow X's. Yellow X's. Also, Chester Copperpot didn't follow the 24-minute, 4-hour strategy and got wrecked. Yeah, guys, you know what's really interesting? I sometimes feel like the 4-hour, 24-hour strategy, I deviate from that. I should always use that as my foundation for all my analysis, because honestly I find that when I use the 4-hour, 24-minute strategy, even if I'm tweaking it, even if I'm doing a variation of it, it's just so reliable, and when I deviate from it, yeah, it's easy to get wrecked. Crypto Well says we printed a green dot on the 3-hour already. And yeah, so let's talk about the yellow X's, the red X's. Let's pull up Market Cipher A again and see what's going on, because we're dumping pretty hard right now, guys. And keep in mind, seriously, keep in mind that Bitcoin tends to dump when we have these kinds of dumps. It dumps a little bit, and then it relaxes for a little bit, and then it really, really, really dumps. And what happens is people tend to FOMO sell their Bitcoin when we start dumping like crazy. Like, look at what happened last time at the end of February, right? We had this big old dump, and then we had a little recovery, and then we had another big dump, and then we had a little recovery, and then we just kept dumping. Everyone FOMO sells. Right when everyone's FOMO selling, feeling like there's no hope, that's when we start to come back up again. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Let me turn on, let me make sure I have all my Market Cipher A icons on here. And then I am going to take a look. Okay, I do. Cool. Let's drill down to a lower time frame. Let's drill down even lower. Okay, yeah, we've got 3 yellow X's on here, which is a sign that whales are dumping their Bitcoin. So yeah, look at this, guys. Man, look at this. Yeah. It's not looking the best. It's not looking the best for those of us who are looking to long Bitcoin. We're down to 53K right now. During this stream, we've dropped down. Literally since I started preparing for this stream, we've come down about $3,000. Okay? So, really, guys, what we need to do is we just need to wait this out and wait until we form some kind of bottom and wait for us to get confluence with support and resistance levels, with Fibonacci levels, and then look for a nice entry. Because the thing is, price is not going to go down forever. It just does not work that way. In fact, it would not surprise me if we see some kind of bounce off of one of these levels, one of these 4-hour support levels. Like we're coming up to one right here. Let's pull up the chart. We're coming up to one right here. The next support, 53,000. And then if we come down to this daily support, if we do come down to the daily support at 51,000, around 52, 51,000, this would give us a really great entry position. Because, I am super bullish on Bitcoin for the long term, for the rest of this year. And if anything, I look at these dumps as an opportunity to get in a really, really great swing long position. If we were really to come down to this 52K level, it would be really great. Now, if you guys have been following this channel for a while, you know that on Friday, before we had the giant all-time high pump, isn't it amazing how fast the Bitcoin world changes from all-time highs to crazy dumps? We were looking at this giant cup and handle, and we were basically saying how the handle for the cup started forming right around this daily support at the 51,500 level. We came up, and then we came down, we formed our cup, and then on Friday we had come right up to the neckline of the cup, and I was saying things were looking really bearish because we had this upward movement on the Bitcoin price, yet Market Cipher B was ticking down hardcore, right? It looked like we were going to have a dump. And the dump that I was expecting was for us to come down and come all the way back down and test this level right here at the 51,681 level. Why was I looking for us to retest this level? Because this was really the only major level of support that we had, other than these other 4-hour levels of support. It was a support right here. It was a resistance right here. It was a resistance right here. It was a resistance right here. And it would make for a perfectly symmetrical cup and handle. Now, we had something very strange happen over the weekend where Bitcoin reached a new all-time high on a weekend, something that has historically never happened, at least not that I know of, especially not since the future markets have been open. And so people were concerned about the CME gap, which seemed to fade away into oblivion when we hit this new all-time high. The CME market opened trading right along with the Bitcoin price. But it really would not surprise me if we come down and test this level before we have the breakout, the real breakout of this level right here, right? So possibly we could look at this whole dump here as either a fake out or even just a retest of this level before we come up to higher levels. Now, ideally, guys, this is what I would want to happen because it would give us a really, really awesome long position. A really awesome long position. This daily level right here, as we were saying on Friday, this is what we call the watermelon level. It would be so nice and refreshing, so nice and so refreshing for Bitcoin to come down to this nice, juicy level because it would give Market Cipher B some time to really cool off and print us a nice bottom so that we can slingshot up. Because I like to look at Market Cipher B kind of as throwing rocks off a building onto a trampoline. If you throw a rock, like if these red dots are the tops of buildings and these green dots are trampolines, if you throw a rock from here to here, you'll get a little bounce, right? But if you throw a rock from here all the way down here, you're going to go kablam! And you're just going to bounce really high. And our Market Cipher B was getting so hot and dry. It was hot and dry. It was out in the yard. It was doing yard work. It was moving wood chips in a wheelbarrow from one garden bed to the other garden bed, using a rake and a hoe to smooth out the wood chips, putting down the compost, planting the seeds, getting everything ready for the garden. And we were getting hot and thirsty. And what we needed was a nice cold slice of watermelon. I'm talking about a watermelon fresh from the garden that you picked fresh from the vine, and you took that thing and you put it in a cooler full of ice, and you kept it in that cooler full of ice for like 6 hours. And you finally open up this cooler and you're hot and you're thirsty, and you take that first bite of watermelon, and it's so refreshing. It revitalizes your spirit, and it gives you the strength that you need in order to continue on your journey to a new all-time high, right? And that's exactly what would happen if we came down to this juicy, fresh, cold watermelon level. It would give Market Cipher B that time to cool off before we come back up. And if we ignore what happened over the weekend, y'all, if we ignore that crazy, crazy pump, the kind of pump where you don't even know if Elon Musk just tweeted about Bitcoin or what's going on. You have no idea with a candlestick like this. You have no idea. This would really be nice for us. So it looks like, you know, we're coming down, guys. It looks like we're coming down. Zoom in on this downward action. Man, man, this is not cool. It's not cool. We're getting tired and thirsty. We need a nice, fresh slice of watermelon. All right, let's go into the chat, see if we have any questions, y'all. Guys, please FOMO into that like button. Keith Detweiler went long at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Free Your Consciousness says, I call 52K in the next hours, days. Yes, let's hope we get down to that 52K level. Wow, CryptoFace just went live for a long. That's nuts. That's nuts. Guys, quick word of caution, y'all. Quick word of caution. If you are trading these markets and you have a strategy that you are sticking to, let's say, for example, you're sticking to the 4-hour, 24-minute strategy, right? If you are sticking to that strategy, yeah, the pump was CryptoFace, right? If you are sticking to a specific strategy, do not deviate from that strategy, even if CryptoFace goes live and you can get in the same exact entries he does. You should not be using YouTubers as a confirmation to go live unless you already had your confirmations. So, you know, to my friend in the chat who went live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, did you have a strategy and did you have your confirmations on the chart? Because I know for me, right now, I am not going to go long until I have my confirmations on the chart that we are going to get some more upward momentum. Right now, on the 3-hour, it looks like we're getting more downward momentum. On the 2-hour, it looks like we're getting more downward momentum. We have a yellow X and we have another red trigger wave. So I am waiting it out. I am not going to FOMO into any kind of trade. I'm not going to just guess. I'm not going to enter simply because we come down to a level of support. I'm going to wait until Market Cipher is giving me the confluence that I need to go long, and then I will do so. So it's really important, guys, that if you have a strategy, that you don't enter a trade that deviates from your strategy. That is the main way that I have gotten wrecked historically. I will have a strategy that I have back tested, that I have put in the work to make sure that I can rely on the strategy to make me consistent gains over time. Consistent gains over time. That is the goal of every trader. But sometimes, and it happens, it still happens to me from time to time. It's even happened very recently. Some of you know. I will deviate from my plan, the plan that I put in the work to perfect. And that's when I get wrecked. I encourage all of you, if you are new to this channel, come over to my channel here and go to my playlists. And I have a playlist called Market Cipher Tutorials. Okay? In this playlist, there is a video called Create a Winning Market Cipher Strategy. It will walk you through everything you need to create a strategy that you can trust, that you can rely on, that works for your lifestyle, for your trading style, for everything about you. Okay? And if you don't want to create your own strategy, I have some strategies in here as well. I have a swing trading strategy, I have a medium-term trading strategy, and even a scalping strategy that you can use as a template to then tweak and form your own strategy. And you will find these videos on this playlist. These have helped many people become successful traders if they have been getting wrecked. These things have helped me. These strategies that I use and I'm sharing with y'all have really helped me over the years that I have been trading start to become very confident in my ability to do this and make consistent gains over time. Okay? I highly recommend if you're new, you go check those out. I think they will be very helpful. Okay. Sean Meyer bought Market Cipher, but his trading view is 5 hours behind. That's strange. Is it your time zone, bro? Sean Meyer, check your time zone, man. What you're going to do is you're going to come to this gear button right here, okay? You're going to go to time zone, and you're going to make sure that you're clicking the right time zone, okay? You're probably in a different time zone. Okay, for me, I'm New York time, which right now is UTC -4, Okay, GMT minus 4. Man, look at this crazy dump on the 4-hour chart, y'all. Okay, let's get back into the chat here. Oh, okay. Trini Boy said that, Trini, is it Trini? I don't know, I'm sorry. It's not, CryptoFace is not live. It's an old video that he did 2 days ago. That happens to me sometimes. I get the alerts from CryptoFace late, and I think he's live. Blockchain Games still in his long from 60K. Hey, you know, as long as you have a liquidation price low enough, that, I mean, you know, hodl, right? Hodl. Alex wants to know, hi Jason, what are the chances of Market Cipher stop working in the near future and how soon? I don't know. I don't think it will stop working. I don't see any reason why it would stop working. Josh Baker says, Jason, would you get out of a position if I had a liquidation price at 47K? My entry is 56,700 to save on fees since the pump is coming in the next few days. Josh Baker, obviously I cannot give you an answer, bro, simply because I am not you and I do not give financial advice. However, my rule for myself is always this. If I am in a trade that I would not enter, then I should exit that trade. That's just the way I handle my losses, right? Right. If I was in a long at 56K, I would never have entered that trade in the first place, to be honest with you. But if I'm looking at the chart right now, I would not enter a long right now. So if I was long right now, personally, I would exit that long. If I had entered the trade up here earlier today, then I would exit this long because I don't see any confirmations telling me to enter a trade, right? What are we waiting for? We're waiting for Market Cipher on the 4-hour to show us that we've reached a bottom, right? We're not going to start heading up until we reach a bottom. That's just the way price works on these dumps, right? We want to see some kind of bottom similar to what we saw, back here, something like this, where we dump down and we kind of find a support on one of these levels and we reach a bottom. And Market Cipher B's telling us, all right, guys, momentum is heading back up. We get the VWAP, right? The VWAP just crosses over that 0 line. And once we WAP, we never come back, all right? Once you WAP, you never come back. And once we WAP, that would have been a good opportunity to go long for a nice little move right here. A nice little 15% move, y'all. Okay? So that is what I am waiting for. I know that doesn't quite answer your question, bro. But another thing we need to keep our eyes on are not only the support and resistance levels, but also the Fibonacci levels, because those act as support and resistance levels that give us, very clear areas where the price tends to react. So we pull our thing up to here from the swing low to the swing high. And we are officially breaking through the 0.382 level. So guys, here is where I am going to be keeping my eyes from now on. Okay, as I watch these charts progress, I am going to be watching the 50% level. This tends to be a level where Bitcoin gets a significant bounce off of. It tends to be a very significant Fibonacci level for Bitcoin. If we go back into ancient history, before the automobile, okay, back when man was horse and buggy, beasts of burden, we can see that when Bitcoin came from this swing low here to this swing high up here, we formed a bottom perfectly on this 50% line, and Market Cipher also confirmed that this was a bottom, and this was the end of our little retracement, right? We were in an uptrend. This is the Fibonacci retracement tool. We're measuring how deep the retracement goes. We saw that we retraced 50% of this move, and when we retraced 50% and we came to this Fibonacci level, Market Cipher B told us, okay, we have hit a bottom. Now it's time to start looking for a long position. And from this point onward, we just kept getting confirmation after confirmation that this uptrend was going to continue. We came up and we confirmed over the 21 moving average, which turned white and bullish on Market Cipher A, and then we continued on. We printed a trigger wave on Market Cipher B, and as soon as we print this trigger wave, as soon as we print a bottom and we get a bounce off a Fibonacci level, and then we print a trigger wave while also getting a bounce off another Fibonacci level, boom, back off to the races. So there's different ways you can approach this. Obviously, you could have entered long right here. You could have waited for more confirmation. But right now, personally, I'm not saying if you're, there's traders out there like CryptoFace who can just long whenever and make the market move. But I'm not that guy. I need to wait for my confirmations because I know that waiting for my confirmations is going to ensure that I am earning profit. And that's the whole point. We're in this trading game, right? It's so easy to want to get greedy and try to want to okay, we're dumping. I'm going to go long because we're dumping. We can't dump forever. I would rather wait until I know for sure that we're done dumping. Okay, because right now it looks like the VWAP is crossing back down. And, when we get these Bitcoin dumps like this, right, it tends to happen in a few different waves. Look at the VWAP right here. We come down. It looks like we're coming back up, but then we come back down. And it's not until that's exactly what's happening right now, right? We're coming down. We tried to come back up. No, we're coming back down. It's not until we come back down again that we bottom out, and then we take it from there. We take it from there, y'all. And in the meantime, we just look at the levels. We look at what's happening to the Bitcoin price. If you want to drill in on a lower time frame, you could absolutely scalp these levels, right? You could look for little bounces off of these support lines. You could look for rejections off these resistance lines on lower time frames and scalp this, absolutely. But if you do not have time to sit here and look at the charts all day and all night on these lower time frames, and you just want to capitalize on these awesome moves that are like 15% plus, then just sit on the sidelines, let whatever happens happen. Remember that even if Bitcoin comes down to 51K, that's still super high price for Bitcoin, right? And enter when we get our confirmations. So let's get back to the chat here. J Lake 02 says that the 50 is broken and we're looking at the 618. Let's take a look. Is the 50 really broken? Are we heading to the 618? Let's take a look-see. Let's pull out our fib. And guys, if you are unfamiliar with using these Fibonacci levels, I don't see that, L Jake. I think we broke the 0.382. We're heading down to the 50% right now. Okay. If you guys want to know more about these Fibonacci levels and how to use them to trade to find the perfect entries, and also how to obtain targets and set your take profit levels, especially when we are in all-time high uncharted territory, guys, I recommend that you join my Discord. There's a link in the description, and I am providing a course, a comprehensive trading course that is meant for people who are completely new to trading. If you don't know anything about trading, or even if you've been trading for a while but you really want to hone in on your TA, this course will go over everything from how to use TradingView, how to do support and resistance, moving averages, Fibonacci, common trading patterns. We're going to spend 3 entire sessions talking about how to use Market Cipher on the big time frames, on the little time frames. And really, guys, the goal of this course is to teach you how to create your own winning strategy that you can test for yourself and rely on, so that you don't have to worry about what I'm doing, what CryptoFace is doing, what anybody else is doing. You can be confident in your own trading. This course is meant to equip you with those skills and with that knowledge. We're also going to give you example strategies that you can use on small time frames, large time frames. We're going to go over psychology, risk management, so much. If that is interesting to you, I will drop a link to my Discord in the chat. It's a free Discord. Anyone can join. But if you want to be a part of the course, there's instructions in the Discord right here. It's called Trading Course Information. Click this channel and you will get all the information you need about that course. I'm going to drop the Discord here in the chat, y'all. Okay, some people say my fib is different than yours when I use it. Guys, let me tell you why some of your fibs might be different, okay? If you come in here and you double-click your fib to open the settings, there are 2 settings you can have this thing on. You can have it on regular, which is what I have it on right now, or you could have it on reverse, okay? Reverse is something that you would use in order to obtain targets, okay? You would use it in order to obtain targets if we're in this uptrend, okay? You would use it to obtain targets to the upside. If you put it on regular, you're using it to try and find a bounce off one of these retracement levels. So there's a difference between Fibonacci retracements and Fibonacci extensions. Extensions are where you are looking into the future to try and obtain targets. Retracements are where you are just looking from a swing low to a swing high and measuring the percentage of the move that price is retracing. And the reason we want to do this is because we know that price finds sticking points at these various percentages of the move. And when price finds a sticking point, if we find confluence with Market Cipher, okay, we can enter really great positions, because the problem that people have doing TA without Market Cipher, unless they're really, really good at TA, is they don't know when we come down to these levels. Like, for example, right here, when we came down to the 382 level, how were we going to know that we weren't going to get an actual bounce off of this, right? It looked like we were getting a bounce. For about 8 hours, it looked like we were bouncing off this 382 level perfectly. But it wasn't a real bounce. It was a fake out, and we came down, and then we came, whoa, kaboom. That's why we're using Market Cipher for our confluence, because we know, nope, Market Cipher is still telling us there's more downward momentum. There's more downward momentum right here. There's more downward momentum right here. We are going to wait until we reach a bottom, because when we wait and we know for certain that we are at a bottom, then we have that confidence. If we come down to the 0.5, the 618 level, and we're printing a bottom, we have that confidence that we are going to get a really nice bounce off of one of these Fibonacci levels. And it's not just Fibonacci, guys, it's also regular support and resistance that you draw with your eyes. The two work hand in hand. All right, they work hand in hand. Let's get back into the chat here. My Discord link doesn't work. Really? What the heck, guys? Let me check this out again. Let me invite people here. Let me invite people again. Here we go. Here's the link to the Discord, y'all. Okay. And guys, it's a really great Discord, by the way. I mean, we're building a really nice community in there. Carlos Perez wants to know, should I long? Someone please let me know. Carlos Perez, I do not think you should long right now. The reason I say that is because we were just talking about the fact that we are waiting for confirmations that we have reached a bottom, and we do not long until we get our confirmations, simply because there's no way for us to know if we've reached the bottom of this dump unless we have confirmation on Market Cipher that we've reached a bottom in the dump. What are we looking for? We're looking for, on the 4-hour chart, we're looking for us to come down and print a green wave that comes down below or really close to this 60 line. Okay, until we get that, we should not be looking for a long. We don't have it on the 3-hour. We definitely don't have it on the 2-hour, guys. And look at this. You know, this in my mind, guys, is not a good time to long. It is not a good time to long. This would be, longing here would basically be like closing your eyes and walking across a highway, a busy 8-lane highway with cars driving 90 miles per hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers, because I'm American and we're dumb. But that would be like risking your life for something stupid. Wait until you have the confirmations. Wait until you look both ways to cross the street. Wait until there's a red traffic light and you have that walk sign that flashes before your eyes before you just start entering longs here, guys. Seriously, Carlos Perez. What would be confirmation, says Yeser Axe. Yeser Axe. Oh, yeah, guys, in order for that Discord link to work, you guys have to have Discord. So create a Discord account, click that link. I will also put that link in the description of this video. Let me update the Discord link in here. Also, guys, if you don't have Market Cipher and you want Market Cipher, you can use my affiliate link right here. It would help out the channel. Obviously, you don't have to use my link if you don't want to, but it would help out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Joseph Archer wants to know, would scaling in at fib levels work? Would scaling in at fib levels work? Now, here's the thing, guys. Technically, yes, right? Because if price is still going to come down, then yeah, we could scale in. I would wait. If we were going to scale into a trade at fib levels, I would wait until we see that market cipher looks like it's about to print a bottom, right? Why not wait until we see something like this? And guys, just so you know, I am... Guys, check out Super Kitty, all right? Okay, I'm about to do this on my live stream, right? Okay, check out Super Kitty. She is really good at technical analysis. She has some really cool things to say about Bitcoin and when we can expect to bounce. Check her out in the Discord. You can follow her on TradingView. She's legit. She's pretty cool. Her and her son are really great at trading, really great at technical analysis. I highly recommend you check them out. Why not wait before we start laddering in? Why not wait until it looks like Market Cipher B is starting to come and starting to print this green dot, right? Like, I would start right here when we see that the waves are starting to cross under each other. Right here when we see they're clearly about to cross before we even print this green dot. That's when I would start laddering in at fib levels. Now, I'm a very low-risk trader. I hate high-risk trades. Every time I enter a high-risk trade, I usually end up losing the trade. I have found that the best way to make money over time trading is to create a system that works with, I call it an algorithm, right? You're looking for a certain number of things to happen before you enter a trade. You're checking off the boxes. Do I see this? Check. Do I see that? Check. Do I see this? Check. Okay, now I'm going to enter a trade. And so I'm not going to be laddering in just because we're coming to a fib level. I would ladder in because I see signs that we're about to come to a bottom, and even then, I would be careful. What I would prefer to do is to wait until I have confirmation of the uptrend, and then once we have confirmation of the uptrend, what I prefer to do, and this is what has made me successful in trading, is I will enter after confirmation of the bottom. So let's say I enter because we printed this bottom and then we come up and we confirm a candlestick above this EMA. This is not my specific strategy, but let's say it was, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'll enter here and then I will take profits when it looks like we're about to curve over and print a red dot. I would take some profit up in here. And then when we come back down and test this EMA again, I would take the profits I took out of the trade and add to my position here. And then I would take profits out at the top. And then when we come down, I would add to my position at the lows. And I would just keep doing that all the way up. That is how I prefer to trade. I find that I make way more money that way because usually when I try to ladder in, I usually end up jumping the gun and I don't get a good position. Okay, that's just me. That is just me. Like, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I have found that I need to wait for my confirmations. That's just the way I trade. And I find that a lot of people trade best that way because it gives us a system. It gives us certain things that we can look for where we can have confidence, right? If we're always second guessing ourselves, where we're laddering in and we're like, oh, I don't know if we're at the bottom. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go long because we have to come up sometime. Man, that is how you get wrecked. And then your mind's going to start playing games with you where you're like, man, I shouldn't have entered that high. What the heck was wrong with me? I should have waited for the price to come down low. You might exit the trade with a loss. It's so much easier and better and more fun to just wait for your confirmations and then ride the rides. Ride the rides, y'all. Okay, cool. Mo fixed his fib. All right. Yeah, CryptoFace talks about the yellow X strategy on the 15-minute or higher, 4 in a row. That is the dump sign. CryptoFace talks about that. Let's see. ZZ Purple, Market Cipher is not the only indicator out there. Occasionally wrong. Yeah, guys, so here's the thing. I do use Market Cipher in conjunction with other indicators. Specifically, I use the Wolfpack ID indicator, which a lot of you know if you follow my channel. The Wolfpack ID indicator right now is actually looking... It is looking super nice, and here's why. When this thing cools down on the 4-hour chart, and then it comes back up and crosses over this zero line and turns blue, this gives us like explosive power, man. This gives us explosive power. I mean, the last time, if we just draw a line right here on the Wolfpack ID, the last time this thing came down this low was really the last time we had a major Bitcoin dump. And then when this thing crosses back over that zero line, man, it's really powerful, especially when it happens in conjunction with Market Cipher printing these bottom waves, especially if it's a trigger wave, right? If it's a trigger wave and the Wolfpack ID has crossed over into the blue, like right here, it's going to be a smooth move, okay? It is going to be like you ate a whole box of prunes. That's how smooth the move is going to be, because this Wolfpack ID crossing over the zero line, turning blue, along with a trigger wave on Market Cipher, right? We have anchor, trigger, trigger. As soon as this Wolfpack ID crosses the zero line and turns blue, when we get this trigger, boom, we get this awesomely smooth fiber-filled move, okay? Fiber-filled. There is no cheese and no dairy in this move. It's just pure vegetarian, high fiber beans and brown rice. That's all it is, oatmeal with prunes in it too. So, you know, there are other indicators you can use along with Market Cipher, but I will say this about Market Cipher. Market Cipher is an extremely powerful tool if you know how to use it. It is an extremely powerful tool because it is a visual of what is happening in the market. Literally, it is a picture of what the market is doing, and sometimes it can be difficult to just look at a chart and see what the market is doing. What Market Cipher does is it literally takes all the data that's in the market and it creates a nice visual for us, and we can then draw on this thing. Look, we can just draw on Market Cipher like this. We draw on it simply like this. And we can tell what's happening to the market before it even happens, right? Like, look, right here, let me draw on the top and the bottom. You want to draw on the top and the bottom, and here's why. Let me explain. Let me explain Market Cipher a little bit, y'all. When we are not printing anything below the zero line, this is a sign that we are in a very strong uptrend. When we are not printing anything above the zero line, this is a sign that we are in a very strong downtrend. Now, of course, the stronger the trend, the less we will print on one side of that zero line. This was a very strong uptrend, so we literally printed nothing below the zero line. Right here, this was a pretty strong downward consolidation period. We printed some things above the zero line, but in general, we're printing red and green triggers below this zero line. And what Market Cipher does is it gives us the momentum of the market, so we can see it starting to come down right here, right? We can see it starting to come down before price actually dumps. Price dumps right here, right, at this vertical line. We can see Market Cipher starting to come down before it actually dumps. And at the same time, right here, we can see Market Cipher starting to come back up before we start our huge run to the upside, right? I mean, obviously, it's not a predictive indicator, but it's really showing us what's happening to the market in real time, and it's much, 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 much less delayed than your standard RSI, your standard MACD. I mean, those things are garbage compared to Market Cipher. Seriously, we can clearly see the momentum, you know, the bottom, and then we see the momentum coming up, right? And then we see the money flow cross over the zero line, right? And right when that happens, we can tell what is going to happen in the market. And then we see it starting to come down right here. We see it starting to come down before we get that big dump at the end of February. Okay? And even now, we saw it starting to come down. That's what freaked me out on Friday. That's why I was in a long from 52K on Friday. I closed out of all my positions on Friday. I talked about it in the Discord, in the channel where I show my potential trades. I told everybody in here that I said I closed out of my long position. I don't want the stress of being in a trade over the weekend. The divergence is freaking me out. If we hit the all-time high without me, I'm 100% okay with waiting for the next trade. And I was expecting us to be able to short down to 51K on Friday. It looks like the weekend kind of deviated, and now we're heading back to what I thought was going to happen on Friday. But we were printing on Market Cipher. We were watching this thing come down on Friday while we were hitting new all-time highs. We were watching Market Cipher come down, and that's why I exited out of my long position that I was in from 52K all the way up to about 58K. So I know, you know, people say it's not the only indicator. I agree, there's others out there, but if I only had one indicator to use, it would definitely be Market Cipher B. Market Cipher B, and then a moving average. If I just had Market Cipher B and a moving average, And support and resistance, I would be good with that. And some Fibonacci. I would be totally good with that. Let's get back into the chat, y'all. Yes, guys, Wolfpack ID is totally free. Wolfpack ID is totally free in TradingView. Okay? So the way you're going to find Wolfpack ID is you're going to come to indicators. You're going to come down to Wolfpack ID and just click it. Just give it a nice old click. A nice old click. And actually, guys, if you have not already, what I need you to do is to, let's see here. Let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this. Shout out, guys, to Crypto Clint. Okay, he made a picture here. Okay, this is the like button. As you can see, the coin pair we are trading is the Jason Casper like button to USD. This thing is going parabolic. There's no end in sight. If you don't FOMO into the like button right now, as you can see, our next stop is $500,000. You are going to be sitting on the sidelines watching all your friends who like this video, wishing you would like the video. Okay, this is your only chance to get into the like button at this low price. So FOMO into the like button. Do not wait for your confirmations. Get in right now. I'm telling y'all. Get in right now. You will not regret it. You shall not regret it. Okay, guys. Let's see. Crypto Forever. Crypto Forever wants to know, what state do I live in? I live in Pennsylvania. Guys, if my link is expired in Discord, that's so strange, guys. This is like a very fresh link right here. It's a very fresh link. I am copying it right now, and it's fresh. So it says it expires in 7 days. I'll make it never expire for no limit. Okay, I'm going to generate a new link. Try this link, y'all. Try this link. Join the Discord, guys. The Discord is free. The Discord is totally free. The Discord is super free. Yeah, guys, like high and sell low. Seriously. FOMO into the like button. Like high and sell low. And, yeah, try that link for the Discord, guys. The Discord is free. We have a really awesome community in here. People are doing some really good Bitcoin TA, Ethereum TA, altcoin TA, Market Cipher discussion, general discussion. We have some really cool stuff, right? Like this, memes. This is a good one. Bitcoin's going to the moon right now. I like that. Shout out to Crypto Clint for making this ticker, Jason Crypto like button USD pair to the moon. And yeah, guys, if you join the Discord and you're interested in the course, comprehensive trading course, there's information about it right here in this channel. You can click this and check it out. If you join the course, you get access to the private Discord where we have where I share some of my trades. We have a lot of awesome traders in here sharing their trades. We're all talking about stuff. It's really awesome. And yeah, so let's go back to the chat here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Nice. A lot of people in PA. I live in the middle of nowhere, guys. In the middle of nowhere. Literally in the middle of woods. In the middle of the woods. Stephen Botkin can't find Wolfpack ID in TradingView. Guys, yeah, if you want to join the Discord, you need a Discord account first. And then this link will work for you. That link will lure you. It will lurk for you. Okay, guys, so let's talk about, again, what I am waiting for, okay? My plan for trading Bitcoin moving forward. I am waiting for something very specific before I jump on the long train. What I am waiting for is a bottom 2 form. I am waiting for a bottom 2 form. So let me turn off Market Cipher A. And right now, I'm just going to keep Market Cipher B. I am going to pull up my Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, I'm going to take it from the swing low to the swing high. And again, guys, these levels are levels of support and resistance that price will inevitably find a reaction at. Like, look at this. As soon as we start dumping, the first thing we do is bounce off of the 382 level. Okay, now we came down, got really close to this 0.5 level. Let's see if we can get down here. But what we're waiting for is this, guys. We are waiting for price to react off of one of these levels. It can either be a Fibonacci level or it can be a support and resistance level like these that I drew by hand, which pretty much line up very well with the Fibonacci levels. They're a little bit different. On this chart, we perfectly came down and are bouncing off this 4-hour support right here. And if we break this 4-hour support, our next daily support is the 51,652 level. We are looking at these levels, and what we want to find is confluence between these levels and Market Cipher. If we can come down to one of these levels, and Market Cipher is telling us that we have printed a bottom, that means we want to start looking for a long. And why is that? That is because historically we know that when Market Cipher when the price action, that's how we say it in my native country. Believe it or not, guys, I am Cuban. I'm Cuban. Never been to Cuba, but I am Cuban. So my whole family speaks Spanish fluently, but I'm 100% gringo in my upbringing, if anybody's familiar with that term. So historically, if we take the swing low to the swing high, right, of the previous Bitcoin move, we can see something very similar. We came down to the 382. We had a bounce off. We came down to the 0.5. When we came down to the 0.5, okay, it wasn't this arbitrary level. No, we came down, and we also saw Market Cipher giving us a bottom right here, telling us, okay, guys, not only are we at a Fibonacci level where we can definitely expect some kind of reaction, but now we know we've reached the bottom and the momentum is moving upward. So we have that confidence that not only are we bouncing off a fib level, but the momentum is back in our favor. And not only that, if we look down at the Wolfpack ID is crossing over the zero line and turning from red to green right here. So we have three things in our favor. We have the fib level bounce, we have the Market Cipher confirmation, we have the Wolfpack ID confirmation. Let's turn on some other indications and see if we get any more confirmations. Not really if we turn on some of these ribbons, but if we turn on other Market Cipher ribbons, perhaps if we turn on the entire EMA ribbon, let's see what it looks like. Yep, still looking pretty bearish here, guys, so I'm going to turn that off. We don't need everything to give us confluence, but what we're looking for is just to stack the probabilities in our favor. The more indicators we can find that are telling us we should be entering into a long position, gives us more confidence to enter a long. So right here, we had three things telling us go long. If we had entered long right here, for a swing long position, that would have been a really nice 42% move. So now, just like what we were waiting for back then, we're waiting for Market Cipher to give us a bottom while we're also bouncing off either a key support or resistance level or one of these Fibonacci levels. And I have them on two different charts just so that it doesn't get too messy, but there's a lot of overlap between these support and resistance levels that I'm trading and the Fibonacci levels, okay? Now these are levels that I've been trading with for the past week or so. They're very accurate in the sense that price really does respect them. You can look and see how clearly price respects each one of these levels. The orange is daily, the yellow is weekly, the blue is 4-hour, the purple is 24-minute. And once we form a bottom on the 4-hour chart, then I will be going down to the 24-minute, and I will be looking for an entry on the 24-minute. Now, what am I looking for on the 24-minute? Guys, I'm looking for something like this. I'm looking for either a bottom or a double bottom on the 24-minute, and then I am looking for us to print a trigger wave. And when that happens, if we confirm a bottom on the 4-hour, and then I come over to the 24-minute and I see a bottom and a trigger wave, that is where I would be looking to enter my long. Something like this. Look, guys. Something like this, where we're bouncing off a key support. We've got the 4-hour confirmation, and then we've got the 24-minute confirmation. And if you really want to enter a good long position, here is what you should look for. On the 4-hour time frame, and I will this strategy is expounded on in this video right here. This video right here. create a Market Cipher trading strategy, win every trade, step-by-step guide, check out this video. You can see it has 1,000 likes, only 13 dislikes. It's a very great strategy for winning trades, y'all. What we're waiting for is we're waiting for a trigger wave to form on the 4-hour. And once that trigger wave forms on the 4-hour, then we drill down to the 24-minute. And on the 24-minute, we're looking for an anchor wave like this. Okay, this is after we get our trigger wave on the 4-hour, the green dot. Then we come over to the 24-minute. We are looking for an anchor wave, a trigger wave, and then the money flow cross. And as soon as the money flow crosses, okay, that is where we want to enter. Look at what happens historically when we wait for the 4-hour to confirm, and right after the 4-hour confirms, we get a money flow cross on the 24-minute. Boom, off to the races. It happens again right here. Boom, off to the races. We get that nice little move. It happens right here on March 8th. Boom, off to the races. It happens right here on March 6th. Boom, off to the races. I love going to the races. I love going off to the races. I don't go on to the races. I go off to the races. And it only happens if we confirm on the 4-hour, and then we get this nice little anchor wave, trigger wave, money flow crossover combo on the 24 minute. Let's get back to the chat, y'all. Guys, I have almost 900 viewers on this stream, and I only have 393 likes. Guys, FOMO into the like button. Do I need to show the like button chart again? This is the like button chart, guys. As you can see, this is definitely not the Bitcoin chart on the monthly time frame. This is clearly, as you can see, Jason Casper like button USD pair. Okay, it says so right here. It says my name. This is my like button on Bybit. Hike and a she candles. Okay. Seriously, guys, this is gone completely parabolic. There is no way we're going to come back down. If we pull up Market Cipher, we can say we're still at the bottom. We're at the bottom. We have infinite upward potential. Our next resistance is not until 5 million. Again, guys, people liking this video right now is like buying Bitcoin when it was 10 cents. Okay? It's like buying Bitcoin when it was 10 cents. Do not be left on the sidelines, y'all. Do not be left on the sidelines. Christopher Welsh, good time to buy. I recommend, bro, rewatch the stream, guys. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys liking the video. I mean, it's for your own good. You saw the chart, right? You saw the Jason Casper like button chart on Bybit. Okay, people don't know you can trade my like button on Bybit. It's a hidden divergence. It's a hidden divergence on Bybit. You like that? Yeah, nice. Smoke the like button, 420. Nice. Paul M, can I bet on the like button chart? No, there's no futures. There's no CME futures for the like button. Colton Songster, please stop with the like button stuff. Look, guys, here's the thing with the like button. The other day, I watched a YouTube video on YouTube. Did you know that you could watch YouTube videos on YouTube? And I watched a video called How to Be a YouTuber. And the first thing they say is, you know, tell people to like the video. Tell people to like the video. And I'm like, you know what? That's so lame. Telling people to like the dang video. Come on. That is so lame. But here's the thing, guys. The thing is, it really does help grow the channel when people like the video. It helps the video come up in people's suggested videos. And, you know, the only reason I even make these videos is so I can help people not to get wrecked, right? So, the thing is, super googly, I will address that soon. Yes, dad jokes in full effect. Guys, I'm a dad, so I have the dad jokes. So I figured instead of just telling people to smash the like button like every other YouTuber in the world, smash the like button, turn it blue, blue's so cool. Nah, FOMO into the like button. Okay. Some good questions. Super Googly wants to know about, shout out to Super Googly, thank you for the super chat. Do I have any concern for the red dot on the daily? Okay. Now, I did address this earlier in the stream, but here's the thing about the red dot in the daily, and I don't call them red dots on the daily. I call them red diddly doots on the daily. All right, they're red diddly doots. And the thing with the red diddly doots are, yes, this looks bad, man. This red diddly doot looks absolutely horrible, horrible, horrible. But we need to keep in mind that this red diddly doot is pretty low. Okay, let's just draw a horizontal line on the red diddly doot. Okay, we can see that we have, when we form red diddly doots this low above the 60 line, it's not usually that significant of a dump. Okay, let me make Market Cipher be smaller so you guys can see what I'm saying. I just want you to see that we're not too high above the 60 line. Okay, historically, we have been able to print red dots higher than the one we're printing now, and then a few days later print a green trigger wave, and again, we are on to the races. We are on to the races. Again, look at all these red diddly doots we printed. We print so many red diddly doots on the daily in the middle of an uptrend, and it's not the end of the world, y'all. It's not the end of the world, okay? In some cases, it's the beginning of the world, right? If Bitcoin was the world, and this analogy is going nowhere really fast, but I'm not as concerned about the red dot as some people would be. That's just me. If we pull up, let's take a look at my favorite indicator, which is a moving average exponential, and I tune this thing to 21. Let's tune it to 21. Boom. We are still perfectly bouncing off this 21 EMA. This 21 EMA, in my mind, on the daily chart is much more significant than a red diddly doot, okay? We can print a red diddly doot and be way above the 21 EMA. We could print a red diddly doot and be touching the 21 EMA, okay? We can print a red diddly, I mean, look at all these diddly doots, guys. If we're printing a red diddly doot and we're also coming down below this 21 EMA, that's where I would be concerned, okay? That is where I would be concerned. But right now, I am not that concerned. If anything, I'm thinking this is just a retracement. And yeah, there's probably some whale manipulation going on. Like, we see the yellow X's. We've all seen the Crypto video where he pulls up the Glassnode indicator that shows how many people with 1,000 Bitcoin plus in their wallet are taking it out, right? We know what's going on. We're not in the dark, okay? We're not. But at the same time, I don't think that this is going to be a serious crash, right? I don't. I just don't. That's just me. I don't. Things, they go in ebbs and flows. They go in ebbs and flows. Ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. So, okay. We had another question in the chat that I wanted to address. Let's see. Super googly. Lyndon Cottingham wants to know, how does this strategy work in an uptrend when it's above zero for a long period of time? That's a great question. It actually works better. This trading strategy, the one that I have on my channel right here, where this video right here, Market Cipher Trading Strategy, Win Every Trade Step-by-Step Guide, works better when we are in an uptrend and Market Cipher B is actually not printing anything below the zero line on the 4 hour, okay? Because when we're not printing anything below the zero line, this indicates that these trigger waves have so much upward momentum that they can't get down low, okay? So we can rely on these as long as the money flow, and this is key, if we're printing a green dot above the zero line, as long as the money flow is in the green, that is a very bullish trigger wave. Okay, it's a very bullish trigger wave. The most bullish type of trigger wave is right when we are crossing over from the red money flow into the green. If you guys ever see an anchor and a trigger while the money flow is in the red, and then we get another trigger a little bit higher, and the money flow has curved into the blue, go long. Not financial advice. As you guys know, I am not a financial advisor. Okay, I'm a YouTuber. If you listen to anything I say, you will lose all your money. You will lose all your friends. You will lose your lunch. You will probably burn your mouth on a hot cup of coffee, and your tongue will get that little spot where you can't taste anything, which really sucks because you're eating something that you really like for lunch, and now you can't taste it, and you were looking forward to it all week, and it just ruins your whole day. So don't listen to anything I say. But if you ever see something like this, It is not financial advice to go long and stay long until you start to see Market Cipher B come back under that zero line again. Okay, this is a perfect example of what happened in January. And again, this past week was a perfect example of that too, right? We entered long in my Discord at 52K, right around here. When we got the money flow crossing from the red into the green, we entered long right here. And we just kept on going up, y'all. Every one of these green dots until we got around here on Friday. We just kept on going up, y'all. Yep, it was a real southern type of thing. It was like a nice old barbecue cookout kind of thing we had going on there. Yep. All right, let's see here. We have a red hammer. We have a red hammer. Let's see if we have a red hammer. Yeah, I mean, what time frame is the red hammer? Let's check it out. Well, there's one on the 2 hour. We have a blue hammer on the 1 hour. On the 6 hour, yeah, I see. I wouldn't consider this a hammer yet, guys. We still have time for this thing to confirm, right? I wouldn't consider this a hammer until the candlestick is closed. It's not a hammer until the candlestick is closed. Yeah. What's up, our crypto journey? Guys, shout out to our crypto journey. Our crypto journey, one of my favorite subscribers. Of course, all of you guys are my favorite subscribers. If you're subscribed, and if you're not, you better click the subscribe button, because if you do, you'll get all this wonderful content where I come here, I look at the Bitcoin charts, and I give you guys my dry sarcasm for a long time while you listen. Who wouldn't want that? Who would not want that? Paul M. says, I've been a Market Cipher subscriber for a long time, one of the OGs, and you have helped me connect the dots between using Market Cipher along with the strategy to come up with a system to trading over time. Thanks. Paul M., that is awesome, man, and I am so glad that my content is able to help people trade and become successful, because that's the whole reason I made that first video about Market Ciphers, because I saw people getting wrecked, and I'm like, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Oh, sorry, Crypto Wealth, for cutting on your Georgia accent. I'm not cutting on it, bro. I am not. In fact, I wish I had a real Southern accent, y'all. Yeah, Brian's mad one. Yeah. Listen to my advice. You might burn your mouth on hot coffee, because I am not a financial advisor. Okay, real financial advisors can guarantee that you will not burn your mouth on hot coffee if you take their financial advice. Okay. Crypto Sam, bullish divergence on the 30-minute green dot question mark. Let's take a look, guys, at the 30-minute. I don't even have the 30-minute because I never use the 30-minute chart. I hate the 30-minute chart for Bitcoin, but let's see what we got going on here. Well, we've got a bottom, right? We got a nice little bottom, okay? And it looks like we might be printing a little bullish divergence, but it has not confirmed yet. But let's take a look at the price, okay? So price is here. Yeah, so possibly, guys, we have a bullish divergence forming on the 30-minute chart. Something to keep your eye on. Shout out to, Crypto Sam. Shout out to Crypto Sam. Everybody, go to Crypto Sam's channel. I don't know if you have a channel, Crypto Sam, but if you do, everyone go there and like and subscribe and all that stuff. Comment on all his videos. Oh, man, Creepy Joe, don't take my stimulus back, man. I'm using that to get Bitcoin, man. I'm using your stimulus to get Bitcoin. In fact, I want you to give me another stimulus check. All right? All right. Let's get back to the stream, guys. Let's get back to the stream. Again, guys, man, it's amazing. I have almost 900 viewers. This is crazy, guys. I am not used to having this many people on the stream. I'm used to having, like, 80. So this is nuts. But, okay, just to do a quick recap, for those who may have just gotten here, and then I'm going to have to cut this stream. But what are we waiting for? We are waiting for, on the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin to reach a bottom on Market Cipher B. okay? And once we reach a bottom, we are going to start looking for a long, and we are going to try and find confluence between support and resistance levels, as well as Fibonacci levels, okay? So right now, we're really eyeing up the fact that we are forming a really nice support on the 0.382 level, okay? If we maintain this level as support right here, guys, if we hold this support, and we are also printing a bottom on Market Cipher B, and we start to bounce off this support, that might be a really great time to look for a long. Or if we come down to the 0.5, right, the 50% level, and we print a bottom on Market Cipher B, that would be a great time to look for a long. There are many different ways to enter depending on how much risk you want to take. Ideally, the ideal trade, if we're looking to enter a swing long and hold that thing up to a new all-time high, what we want to see on the 4-hour, so we want to see price come down and get a nice reaction off of one of these levels like that, maybe the 618. And simultaneously, we want to see Market Cipher B on the 4-hour come down, and we want to see it print a nice anchor wave. We want to see it come up a little bit, come back down, and form a tight trigger wave right here. And this is where we would really want to enter on the tight trigger wave. And again, once we get our confirmations on the 4-hour, we look to enter on the 24-minute. This is the strategy I primarily trade with, and again, if you are new, I highly recommend you check out this video, Market Cipher Trading Strategy, Win Every Trade. This outlines the strategy I use to pretty much win most of the trades I enter. A lot of people use this with great success. If you go to my channel and you go to my channel, go to playlists, go to Market Cipher Tutorials. There's tons of videos in here that will help you if you're new to Market Cipher and all that, okay? If you don't have Market Cipher and you want it, it would help me out if you use my affiliate link in the description of the video. Of course, you do not have to do that. And also, guys, if you are interested in a comprehensive trading course where you will learn in detail all the things I've been talking about on this stream, Fibonacci, support and resistance, how to use Market Cipher, how to use Wolfpack, how to come up with your own strategy that you know will win, check out the course, guys, that I am offering in my Discord. If you join the Discord, there's information about this comprehensive trading course that will give you the confidence you need to trade without having to worry about what I am doing, without having to worry about what CryptoFace is doing, or anybody else. You will know exactly where to enter and exit trades. You can join the Discord. I will drop the link in the chat right now. Join the free Discord, and there's a channel in there. There's a channel in there called, boom. It's the Discord link. There's a channel in here called Trading Course Info. Click on this for more info. And guys, it's a really great community in here, y'all. It's a really great community. So I'm going to have to cut the stream pretty soon, guys. Let's see. Do we have any more questions in here? Do we have any more questions? 858RLTR says, CryptoFace shouted you out in his last stream and told everyone to check out your channel. Yeah, shout out to CryptoFace. Man, that was really cool, CryptoFace. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you like this channel, man. It's pretty cool. And that's probably why I've been getting so many more people in this, right? Chester Copper Knot, 24-minute green dot. Oh, man, let's check it out. Let's check out the 24-minute green dot. Awesome, guys. 24-minute green dot. So this is a really great sign, guys. This is a great sign, okay? 24-minute green dot. We've got all these bottoms on the 24-minute. So we're primed. We're primed. When we get our 4-hour confirmations, guys, we are so primed. And what we are looking for when our 4-hour confirms, right? What are we looking for? Preferably, we are looking for something like this. Let me see if I can find it. We're looking for a bottom on the 24-minute. And then we are looking for trigger waves to form and preferably a money flow crossover from the red into the green. So if we form a bottom on the 24-minute and then the 4-hour starts to confirm bullish for us and we're getting a bounce off a significant Fibonacci or support and resistance, and then we see the money flow curve up to the upside and go from red to green, I would enter on one of these green trigger waves right here. I would have entered right here, and that would have been a really nice move for me. I would have been able to get, if I had stayed in this trade, a nice 17%. And the thing is, guys, trading with my strategy, you are not going to get all of the move. You are not. But the part of the move you are going to get, you can be very certain that it will be a winning trade. And that is what is most important. Don't focus on getting the exact bottoms and the exact tops. Focus on getting in on the trend at a good time when price is going to go in your favor. and then taking profits when you're in profit so that you can grow your capital and continue on trading and doing this to make some nice moolah. Some nice moolah. Now keep in mind, guys, green dot on the 24 does not mean anything unless our 4-hour confirms. Look, we had green dots here. What happened? We came down lower. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. That's why we wait for our confirmations. Okay, guys. Okay, y'all. Yeah, guys, just so you know, there's a difference sometimes between height and sheet candles and regular candles. Thank you, Yuri Niche. Thank you for being here, guys. Alex Smith, huge cup and handle on the daily. Alex Smith, huge cup and handle on the daily. Shout out to Alex Smith for the huge cup and handle on the daily. Let's check it out, y'all. Let's check out the huge cup and handle on the daily. Now, are you talking about this right here, my brother? Are you talking about this right here? I mean, you know, technically, I guess we could call this a cup and handle, right? A sideways cup and handle. And a slanted cup and handle. This is one of those, you know, those souvenirs you buy. You guys ever been on like a cruise or been to some cheesy little like Caribbean themed like gift store where they have like those drunken mugs or whatever that are all twisted to the side because you drank too much tequila or whatever in Mexico? That's what this cup and handle is like. And yeah, I could totally see, and I have been talking about since Friday, the breakout of this cup and handle. We've been watching it for a while, and it would not surprise me, guys, at all if we see a super crazy breakout from this thing all the way up to 70K. And how are we going to enter? We're going to enter by using our confirmations. Our confirmations. That's how we're going to enter on this. Yeah, I love cups and I love handles. I love them. I love them. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, Keith, if the bottom hits when you're sleeping, man, you got to set those alerts. Let those alerts wake you up. Let those alerts wake you up. T. Fletch, is there a way to know when to enter without Market Cipher? Well, yeah, there's a lot of ways to know, okay? But, you know, you would have to spend a very, very long time studying technical analysis. And also, there would have to be a lot of, if you are not an expert technical analyst, then you would be really shooting yourself in the foot by not using an indicator like Market Cipher. It really is kind of like cheating, okay? It tells you, it does the TA for you, right? If you know how to read Market Cipher, you can do, it does TA for you. Some people, like Billy Carroll, recommend setting buy orders in case the bottom comes while you're asleep. Yes, that is a good thing to do, and I myself do that, right? I do place buy orders. The problem is sometimes you might wish you didn't have those buy orders. Like I had buy orders set all the way down to 52K, and a lot of those buy orders got triggered at 58K. They got triggered at 55K because those were our daily levels. So I had buy orders that got triggered, and I didn't necessarily want those buy orders to get triggered, guys. So I've had a learning experience this weekend, guys. Okay? My learning experience is this. I should never, ever deviate from my strategy. The very thing I preach is what I did yesterday night. I entered a trade when I should not have. I did not wait for my confirmations. I had buy orders placed where I should not have because I did not wait for my confirmations. And I woke up this morning in some serious drawdown, okay? And it was a lesson. And these are the types of lessons you can only learn by experience, because no matter how many times you hear, and in my case, no matter how many times I say, don't enter a trade unless your confirmations tell you don't ever deviate from your strategy, there's always that temptation to do it, right? Like a great example is you're sitting down, minding your own business, twiddling your thumbs at the kitchen table, drinking a cup of coffee with your wife, not thinking about trading at all. You're not even concerned because you're like, you know what? I have my alerts set. I'm not going to enter a trade unless my confirmations go off and I get my alerts. All of a sudden, something flashes on your phone. CryptoFace just posted a new live video. You check it out. Oh my gosh. Cryptid Faces, he's live right now. You go onto your own Bybit account, you notice his entry price is exactly where we are right now. You're like, oh my goodness, I could enter a trade at Crypto Faces' exact entry price. You enter the trade. All your confirmations, all your strategy, all your back testing, out the window. Doesn't matter. Crypto Faces live. I'm going in. Bad mistake. Bad mistake. Okay. Big mistake. Big mistake. Yeah, it's a mistake. Tarmo wants to know if I ever short. I do short. I need to have a lot of confirmations, and basically I do the opposite of what I do when I long. But here's the thing, guys. With Bitcoin, if we zoom out, right, I like to long the uptrends. And really, because I'm primarily a swing trader, right, I will be in a trade for multiple weeks at a time. Sometimes I'll do little scalps for fun, right? I do little scalps for fun, but that's not my money-making strategy. Like, when I'm doing this to actually make money, I am entering long swing trades, and we have been in an uptrend for a very long time, since October. So there has not really been an opportunity for me to short. If we enter a bear market, then I will begin to short, and I will be doing the exact opposite of what I'm doing now, where I will wait for a red trigger wave, red anchor wave, and then a red trigger wave, and then enter on the 24-minute. And yes, you can use that exact strategy to short these dumps here as well. I mean, look, if you see this red trigger wave and then you enter on this, you see the red anchor wave, you enter on the red trigger wave on the 24-minute, you could have gotten this nice move down. But the thing is, Bitcoin always surprises people in the bullish direction, right? Historically, Bitcoin surprises people. We were forming this massive bearish divergence all last week, and I was freaking out, and I was posting trades in the Discord saying, guys, these are super risky. We're printing a huge bearish divergence, right? And guess what happened? We pumped up to a new all-time high. So I don't like to short, right? And again, I'm a low-risk trader. I like to enter trades where I have lots of confidence, lots of confluence. So I don't like to waste my time entering trades that I don't feel comfortable with, right? Because I can't sit and watch the chart all day. I can't. I'm a busy man. Out in the land, taking care of my animals, taking care of my gardens, right? Hauling wood chips around the yard, putting down the compost, moving the chicken poo from the compost pile from last year over into the garden, the coffee grinds, all this stuff. I got stuff to do, right? So I enter these long trades and I hold them. I hodl my trades. Octavio Fernandez, guys, rewatch the stream if you want to know where I set up the fib. Ray Lowe, can you go over what is in your course again? Yes, guys, this is the course. So, meant for complete beginners, an introduction to trading, basic information, expectations, mindset, how to customize TradingView, how to read charts, price action, candlesticks, trends, all this. We talk about time frames, we talk about support and resistance, trend lines, channels, talking about how to get accurate levels. Then we go into moving averages, how to trade with moving averages, how to trade with Fibonacci. Then we go into common patterns, how to trade them, how to make sure you always find the breakouts and identify fake outs. Then we spend 3 entire sessions on Market Cipher. We talk about longing, shorting, margin, leverage, Bybit fees, Bybit tutorial, kind of going over all the basic things about how you're actually going to enter and exit trades. We're going to be talking about laddering in, right, dollar cost averaging into trades, how to scale out, how to play stop losses, how to set take profits. And then we're going to tie it all together and we're going to show you how to create your own strategy that works for your trading style, your lifestyle, a way for you to build confidence in the markets so that you don't have to worry and be, there's nothing worse than entering a trade and then being so paranoid that you can't go away from the computer for a split second because every little tick that happens, you're like, oh my goodness, right? There's nothing worse than that. So what we want to do is we want to teach you how to build confidence so you can enter trades and just be confident with it and go about your life. And most importantly, accumulate money over time by winning trades, over time. And the focus is never on becoming rich overnight. It's about honing your skill, getting good at what you do, and consistently accumulating your profits over time, growing your account over time, and really at the end of the day, it's all about preserving your capital, growing your capital, because your capital is the only means which you have to make money in these markets. If you are recklessly trading and over leveraging, if you are not confident, if you're winning here, losing there, you're going to blow your capital, and all your dreams that you have about becoming free from having to have a job, getting more financial freedom, they will disappear if you trade away your capital, because your capital, the money that you have in your trading account, is the only means that you have to make more money. So it's very important. The focus of the course is all those things. And again, if you're interested, join the Discord. Link is in the description of the video, but also right here. And when you get in the Discord, you need to have an account first. There's information about the trading course right here. Okay, and then you can hit me up, DM me, and I will get back to you. I have a lot of DMs. Wow, that's nuts. I've never seen anything like this. People want to know in the Bitcoin TA only if anyone thinks Bitcoin is hitting 100K. Yes, I do. I do absolutely think that. When? We'll have to see. Do I use leverage? Sometimes. Crypto Wealth 79, bro, I used to live in the Mennonite Amish territory of PA. Sounds like your neck of the woods. LOL. I have a bro up there that is a farmer during the morning and crypto trader in the afternoon. Nice. That's what's up. Asem Balbo wants to know if my strategy works on Forex. I've never tested it on Forex, but I know for certain that Market Cipher works in Forex. I've tested it out many times. It actually works better on Forex than it does for crypto because Forex is so smooth. It's the smooth move. Forex is like, like the oatmeal with the prunes and the fiber and the all those things that give you a very smooth move. Okay, that's what Forex is like. So if we come to Forex and we just search for the most common, the Euro USD, right? Let's just take a look at how Market Cipher would work on this, just using the 4-hour time frame, okay? We get an anchor wave, boom. We get a trigger wave, boom. We just take the move up, right? Whenever we get the money flow crossover from the blue into the red, we could short, take this move down. Whenever we get the crossover from the red into the green, we could long. And it's actually just super accurate. Look at this right here. And let's go to the daily time frame, guys, because let's be real. When I was into Forex, I traded exclusively on the daily time frame. Okay, exclusively on the daily time frame. You only have to check the charts once a day. It's not very volatile at all. Okay, if you get an anchor wave like this, and then you get a trigger wave like this, okay, on the daily time frame, you enter long, boom, win. Okay, if you see the money flow cross over from the red into the green, you enter the next trigger wave, boom. Look at this crazy move you could have made on these Forex markets, right? 11% in Forex over the course of 100 days, that's a lot for Forex. I mean, that's nothing for crypto, but that's a lot for the Euro USD pair, right? It's a lot for the Euro USD pair. I have not tested like my exact strategy on Forex, but I have just looked at how Market Cipher would work on these smooth move, prune oatmeal surprise, fiber-filled, shredded wheat, raisin bran charts, and it works pretty dang well, guys. Pretty dang well. Yeah, so I either use 1x leverage, Travis Popel. I either use 1x, 2x, or 3x. I rarely go higher than 3x. I use a large dollar amount, and the reason for that is because I have been a Bitcoin stacker for a very long time, and I can use a large amount because I've been stacking this since Bitcoin was cheap. And since 2016, every single month, I would take a portion of my monthly earnings, and I would buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that's pretty much it. I've been into other alts throughout history, and I'm into some alts now, but primarily Bitcoin and Ethereum since 2016. Don't care what the price is. Every month, I'm buying and hodling every single month. Yep. Jimmy, I'm sorry, I can't get into like what leverage is right now, but basically, if you have 2x leverage, you can trade with 2 times more money than you actually have in your account. And what that does is if you can trade with more money than what you have in your account, you are putting your actual money up as collateral. And if price goes to a certain point and you no longer have the collateral to put up, the exchange will liquidate your account and you will lose all your money. Shout out. Oh, nice. Assam, you're from Egypt. Bro, that's awesome, man. Awesome. Cool. I'm so glad I have some Egyptians up in here. One of my really good friends is Egyptian. So it's cool. What about equities, Fab? Yeah, check it out. Check out Market Cipher for yourself, guys. If you want it, if you don't have it and you want it, you can use my affiliate link. It'll help out my channel. Unfortunately, I used to have a 10% discount code for you guys, but it ran out. So I guess that's a shame. Guys, I would love to talk about ETH, but here's the thing. It is past my bedtime, and I need to get some sleep. I have not been sleeping, and I have a busy day tomorrow. But may the Lord